In this video lecture, we're going to learn about the formula of acids. Now, the first thing we need to do is we need to define what an acid is. Now, there are multiple definitions of an acid, but the one that we're going to study in O-levels is the Bronsted-Lowry definition of an acid, which states that acids are compounds. So they're basically substances that are proton donors. And remember, protons, proton or H+1, it's the same thing, because if I write an H+1 ion, so if I write an H+1 ion, a hydrogen atom has one proton and one electron, but because of the +1 charge, it loses its electron. So in H+1, there's only one proton left. So when we talk about H+1, it only contains just one proton. So these two can be, an H+1 ion can be referred to as simply a proton because it only has one proton. So acids are compounds. They're substances. They could be any type of substance. There are thousands of different compounds that can be classified as acids, as long as they produce H+1 ions. They give off H+1 ions. So acids are proton donors, or they produce H+1 ions. Similarly, strong acids are the one that ionize fully and they produce more H+1 ions compared to weak acids, which ionize partially and they produce fewer H+1 ions. So we need to know the formula of different acids. Some of the common acids I've listed below. There is hydrochloric acid, which is HCl. Remember, an acid is going to be a compound that is going to have H+1 ions because it's going to produce H+1 ions. So if a substance which doesn't have H+1 ions, it would not be able to act as an acid. So starting with this first one, HCl is basically made up of two ions. One is H1 plus and the other one is Cl 1 minus. So the formula is going to be HCl. Similarly, you have another acid which is called sulfuric acid, which is H2SO4, and this sulfuric acid is made up of two ions. One is H1 plus and the other one is SO4 2 minus. And after finding out the formula using the crisscross method, there's going to be one SO4 and there are going to be two hydrogen ions. So the formula is H2SO4. Similarly, you have nitric acid. Nitric acid is made up of two ions. One is H+1 and the other one is NO3 1 minus. Then you have phosphoric acid. It contains two ions. One is H1 plus and the other one is PO4 3 minus. So these are all the polyatomic ions. Again, for phosphoric acid, the formula, if you use the crisscross method, it's going to become H3PO4. Then you have carbonic acid, which is made up of two ions. One is H1 plus and the other one is CO3 2 minus. So carbonic acid is H2CO3. Then you have sulfuric acid, which has two ions. One is H1 plus and the other one is SO3 2 minus. So it's made up of these two ions. H3PO3 is phosphorus acid, which is made up of H1 plus and the other negative ion is PO3 phosphide 3 minus ion. Then you have nitrous acid, which is H1 plus combined with NO2 1 minus. And lastly, you have organic acids, and we're going to study organic acids in detail when we study organic chemistry. So we're going to study organic acids with organic chemistry. So we're going to leave organic acids for now. So acids are all these compounds containing H1 plus ions. You have hydrochloric acid, HCl, H2SO4, HNO3, H3PO4. All these compounds, they have one thing in common, that they have H1 plus ions, and when the time comes, they would be able to produce H1 plus ions. So acids are proton donors. They produce H1 plus ions. You must remember the formula of all these acids and the name of all these acids. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to make any equation.